Hi everybody, it's Deb from Mini FEHQ. We are here for Sunday night supper, and we are just going to invite our guest, which this evening is PC Amy Battle from West Yorkshire Police. So bear with me whilst I just do that. Okay, so once again, like last Tuesday, we hope you've had a great evening, great weekend. Everybody is safe. And yeah, we'll just wait for Amy to join us. I know I just spoke to her and she was filling up a water bottle. So I should imagine she's incoming soon. Do need to go get my hair done. Ah, she's here. Jolly good, jolly good. I know, Amy, you've just joined us. You need to accept the request. Can you see the request, Amy? She said yes. Oh, right, okay. I'll do it again, Amy. We'll start again. Hey, evening, lady.
Evening.
How you doing?
I'm good. Are you?
Yes, very well, very well. Yeah, this whole Instagram live thing takes a lot of getting used to.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll be honest. I'm not the best with technology at best of times. So I'm like, do I join the live video or do I wait for the link or
But you can wave,
maybe?
and I'll be like, no, you need to join. But you've got
Yeah.
some followers already. We've got Mr. Shane from Voltaire, who will be joining us in a couple of weeks. One of our incredible
Oh, good.
sponsors. So we'll wave at Shane.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
lots of other people that are joining us. So how have you been anyway? How's your weekend been?
Yeah, busy. Tammy's still not 100%, so just obviously keeping her, trying to tick over, and had a few stomach issues with myself with my IBS. But hey, oh.
Well, maybe Sammy's just taking some time out because she's in lockdown like the rest of us.
Yeah, she's like that. Yeah, there's no point doing out yet. I'll wait till I get back out.
Well, thank you for joining us this evening. As I think Christy Farron from King Street said, who's one of our other members, it's great for the members to catch up and get to know each other again because we completely missed
Yeah.
it last year. And so it's great to sort of see what everybody's been up to and what they're trying to get involved in over the next, couple of months or weeks or days or however long we're going to be in lockdown. So for anyone that doesn't know you, tell us all a bit about you.
Yeah, basics really. I am PC Amy Battle. I used to be Amy Meacham for other people that knew me before. Changed my name last year, even though I didn't manage to get married, but that's another thing. So yeah, so I am a police officer with West Yorkshire Police and work in Leeds. I have done for 13 years. I've got a little girl, 4-year-old, Kiara, who is well, I nicknamed her the terrorist, if I'm honest,
Well,
because
I
she
call
is.
her the spider catcher because that's the first thing
Yeah,
she
you
does.
call her spider catcher. And then I've got two amazing stepchildren, Amelia and Max, who are just absolutely brilliant. They live with us 50% of the time, so they're week on, week off. It's quite hard at the minute, I think, for them with lockdown, but yeah, they are amazing. I've got Mick, my fiance, who we, like I say, should have been getting married last October, but didn't, but have taken his name on. I have a little Patterdale dog called Poppy, who is like just adorable, but is like a whirlwind as well. There's a bit of a theme that runs through my life. And then I have Samsara, who is my absolute angel. She's my 18-year-old 16-1 show jumping mare who does a bit of cross country when she needs to as well. So yeah, that's just a bit about me.
Well,
I also have multiple sclerosis. I have IBS. I have a degenerative back disease as well. Yeah, I've got a few medical issues, but hey ho.
but you do a pivotal role within Forces Equine. Tell us about your role with an FE, because with everything you're going through, you could bring that to the organisation.
Yeah, so I'm a member of the committee with FE, so I make sure that basically that members get the voice as well with the committee. Obviously, I'm there about disabilities within FE as well. If anybody's a bit worried about disabilities within FE, then I can always give them advice. It's a role I also do for the police. I'm part of the Diversity, Equality and Inclusion group for the police. So I'm sure I'm the disability SPOC for Leeds area. So quite high up on my disability skills, so to speak.
No, it's all very good. It's all very good. So what made you join Effie and why? Why did you get involved with us?
So I joined it quite a few years ago because it's nice to be in amongst people that understand that I can't just plan a show and go, yeah, I can go to a show next week, or I'll go the weekend after, or I'll go the weekend after. Like, we work shifts, we work, in a lot of different roles. Not obviously, there's not just police officers, there's members of the armed forces, fire, prison. And we don't, it's not as straightforward to manage your horses, keep your horses, and keep everything going as it would be as someone, works 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. And that's not any disregard to anybody who does that. But it's really nice to be around people that know that you might have had 2 weeks where you haven't been able to do much with your horse. So, you're not going to that show, or you might come out and be like, might be a bit rogue today. It might be a bit of a scary ride. And it's just, as soon as I've joined, I've been welcomed. I've represented the team for British Riding Club stuff. So yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant.
Excellent. Well, we've loved you being part of the team. You've been a really sort of like, you're always there and always willing to help and get involved, which has been fantastic. So what's been your most memorable moment of being a Forces Equine member?
The most memorable moment being Forces Equine would be 2019 season, where I were having an absolutely fantastic year with Sammy, if I'm honest. We won at Blue Chip Championships. We then managed as a team to qualify for the 100 Showcross. Mm-hmm. Now, Sammy isn't what you would call your average cross-country horse. She is scared of cross-country. So you have to sort of like move her around the field as much as possible to get her over the jumps, but she's honest and she goes. So yeah, our team will manage to qualify for the Showcross Championships down at Aston Walls. So representing Forces Equine down there was amazing. We had, the weekend ended on a little low with having to take Kiara to hospital. We'll not mention that. The whole thing was just absolutely brilliant. We had such a laugh the weekend, We got down there, we walked the courses, we had a little, when we could, it was lovely. Thinking back to it now, when we all got together in the wagon and had a drink, and, it was just so friendly, and everyone's there cheering you on, which is it's just so nice. Because I think, and it's one of the things I'm quite passionate about in the horse world, that we need to be kinder to each other. There's a lot of people out there suffering. There's a lot of people struggling. I have, anxiety issues like sky high rocketed. And with Forces Equine, you don't really get that. Everybody's there to help each other. And if you knock 4 fences down, you still get a bigger cheer, or the same sort of cheer as you would if you went around clear and got the fastest time. So, everyone's just there. And I know, at the championships, there was no pressure on us. It was just go and have a good time. And I got Sammy around 100 championship course, clear around the cross country and inside the time. In fact, I think we were a little bit quick, which for me was just me.
You were when you went past me. It was like.
And I was just like, the bit that she's meant to be strongest at, she had 2 poles down in because she was that giddy to get on course cross country. But yeah, it was lovely. It was really, really sportive, and it was a good laugh.
Yeah, but what I like about Sammy, you talk about Sammy like she's this international athlete that's go, 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 and then the next minute you've got Kiara just wanders her off back to the lorry. Yeah, just happens to and she follows her, and it was just really sweet to see. But yeah, that was the first time I ever met you, and like you said, I think you're the only FE member that I know that took their wagon, their horse, and their child to A&E after an event.
Yeah, and the dog. And the dog. So yeah. That's what you do. You go park your 7.5-ton lorry in the back of the hospital car park with your horse on board.
Yeah, I think that was quite emotional for me, and I was like, "Should I come with you?" No, we'll be fine. Okay.
Yeah,
But
we'll
you,
manage.
but you talk about mental health. We were talking about that with Mike last Tuesday. We've also got a lovely lady called Kristen Minister, who's sports psychologist and deals with mental health when it comes to our sport, who's from America. And she's coming on to chat with us in a couple of weeks. And she's dead passionate about supporting us. And it was Voltaire that got us involved with her. So it might be really quite, because I have anxiety when we go out. You've only got to ask Lisa Hinton when she takes me, and I have this nervous breakdown, or it feels like one. But
Same.
yeah,
Yeah. Me and the toilet become very well acquainted.
But yeah, she'd be a good one for us, I think, also us to, listen to and embrace and maybe even get in contact with, because I think everybody's got their own little hidden, worries when it comes to going out. And like someone like yourself, there's no way I could drive a lorry, take my daughter, my dog and my horse down to an event. I'd fall apart by getting on the lorry myself. So, I commend you. Yeah, you're a brave girl. You're a brave girl. So
I think sometimes if I didn't do it though, I wouldn't get out.
exactly.
And that's the way I look at it. I've got to do it because I need to get out. I want to get out. I want to compete. So I have to sort of, even if it means taking a lot of tablets that me and the toilet aren't as, quite as acquainted. And, like I say, I've got IBS. I'm quite open and honest. But it's something that I used to hide all those years ago. I used to hide my anxiety. I used to hide the fact that I was so nervous. But we've been forced to Equine. I don't feel like I have to do that anymore, which is lovely. It's, it just means if I go, I just need to find out where toilets are, then I'll come and talk to you. It's not looked upon as a say,
No, exactly, and this is what I like about FE. I mean, Lewis has just joined us. He's our latest new ambassador, which we are very proud to have. He comes from an REF background and an awesome dressage rider. But with FE, we've got your top level riders, your middle, your lower end riders, whether they've been there too scared to do it again, or whether they're just coming up through the ranks. And what I love about FE is nobody looks down on anybody. You've got the top people, or you go in places, people that really are supportive. And I think that's great. I think that's really tremendous. And, you've got people that rock up after doing a night shift, and everyone will sort of like look after you and get involved and make you a brew or bring you a bacon butty or help you out however they can. And that's you guys that do that. It's not like written in the ethos. It's you guys that do that, which is really awesome.
Well, it's like when I had the issue down at Aston the Walls with Kiara popping her elbow out of joint. I was like, right, I've got to take it to the doctor. I thought, like medical doctor would just get everything sorted. On course, be fine. I know what it is. It's a pulled elbow. Pop it back into joint. Rock on. And then obviously when they take me away, like people just rallied round. You got Sammy, loaded her up, put her in wagon, sorted everything out. I came back from the medical tent with Kiara, and it was like, right, we're good to go. Brilliant, thank you.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
And
That's how it should be. That's how it should be. And I know lots of other equine groups. I've never had a problem at any show. They've always been really, really cool and really helpful. But yeah, I'm glad you feel that way. And that's what we're all about, which is cracking. So tell us, what's your greatest achievement so far? It doesn't have to be an FE one, but you so far.
Well, I'm a complete amateur. I have competed all my life in various different things, show jumping from being little. I then, don't know, weirdly went to team chasing for 6 years and did open level team chasing, which I loved. The team chase crew are very similar to FE crew, massively supportive, brilliant. They do like a drink like you, Deb. So you get along brilliantly with them. So yeah, so I love team chase. I love, I competed at all the open stuff with Team Rideaway. But I think my best achievement is I've had good horses, and I love my horses, but the bond I have with Sammy, and like we went down to the Blue Chip Championships and we managed to win a class, which for someone like me, I just, I go and I just want to come away with a rosette and, oh, a rosette would be lovely. And, me and Sammy managed to come away winning one of the classes, the meter classes, which I just never thought would happen. In a million years, I never thought that would happen. Like, I cried in the prize giving, I cried during the lap of honour, just because I was so happy, with Sammy, that we'd actually managed to achieve something that I never thought from being younger I was ever going to achieve. I never thought, oh, I managed to win a class down at Blue Chip Championships. I went down, first year I went down with Mick, obviously he's non-horsey, and we had a couple of fences each time and things like that. And then, you know, the year after I went down with a couple of my friends, and it was just for a good weekend away, if I'm honest. Have fun weekend away, see how we get on. And, you know, I knew when she'd done a good round, because she's one of these, she's really quite quick and she's good at her turns, but she has to be thinking. And sometimes if she's not thinking, she'll have an odd pole, or even though she's like, I mean, she didn't really start competing until I got her at 13, but you can aim her at something and she freaks. She don't ever refuse, but she'll freak at the most random things, like the catering van at the side of the arena, which means you can't get just looking at the catering van, and you're like, please just go forward. Sometimes just go forward. So yeah, so for us just to, I mean, it was the first class that we'd gone in down there, and for it just to all come together, and then I think there was like 87 people in the class, and I was like probably like 20th to go, so there was loads after me. So I untacked to put her back in the wagon and didn't think much of it. And then when I heard other people's times, and they were like, oh, they've gone into like 4th place, and I'm like, oh, I'm still be doing quite well. And then what they do is they call out like the top 10 to come down to prize giving. They don't tell you exactly where you are, they just call your names out. I'm like, oh gosh, I need to get tacked back up again. So I tacked her up, and then they started calling everybody in the ring. They started calling, the results out in reverse order, and I'm like, my name hasn't been said yet. And it kept going, and I sat on Sammy, and I'm like,
have I been eliminated?
like,
no, you haven't.
Sammy, did we mean to come down for this last 10? You know, like, and sat there and you know, just laughing about it. And then like, then they're like, oh, you know, first place Amy Meacham, because I was obviously Meacham then, and like, first place Amy Meacham, Bernard Samsara, like, what? And I just like went in, trotted into the ring, like, and then like, I've got a couple of beautiful pictures of Sammy like stood there, and she was like the same, like, yes, we've won.
It was come out with the hooves. Whoop, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, honestly, the pictures of her are just like, yes, praise me. But yeah, so
you guys blow me away. You have a full-time job serving this country, and then you end up winning championships, and especially yourself, you've got a disability. It's like, and a child, you know, and a family, and a life. It's just, you all do blow me away. You really do, because then you look at other people that are doing what you're doing, and they don't have that career as well, because this is their career. So it is pretty mind-blowing, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just get on with it, and I think that's what's nice about Force Equine, because everybody understands that we do work full-time. You know, some obviously work part-time. I'm not going to say they don't. I work part-time for a bit just after having Kiara. But yeah, we do work full-time, and our horses aren't you know, our life sort of thing. As in, you know, we don't have to produce them to sell them on, or, you know, we don't ride for other people. You know, people might ride like the odd horse for other people. It's brilliant, but you know, you haven't got, you know, like everybody else going, oh, I've got 6 here today, and so and so owner, so and so owner. It's like, look, I mean, I've only got Sammy, but you know, like other people got 1 or 2 or maybe 3, you know, pushing it, and they're like, oh yeah, come on, and you know, everybody understands that. You know, if I don't have Sammy running, I'm running, I don't have any horse. You know,
yeah.
She's 18 now, and obviously I've documented at the minute she's suffering really badly with cellulitis, and struggling to get her right from a cut injury, because that's what she suffers with. But once she's, you know, she's not running, I don't have another horse to run.
No.
But I know even if I didn't have a horse, I'd still be welcome down at, you know, the Equine Games. I'd be running around doing something, you know. Let's face it, I'd have a job.
Yeah, we wouldn't let you sit down for too long,
yeah.
mate, trust me.
But yeah, and I think everybody is, you know, and like, I know, I mean, I don't play on it too much, but I do have multiple sclerosis. I do have to factor that into a lot of stuff I do, because I do get fatigued. I'm not someone who can stay up on a night, and if I'm at a horse show, then it's more than one day. I need to be in bed by about 8 or 9 o'clock, otherwise I'm screwed. And you know, I had a big relapse last year in October, to where you know, I take 10 tablets a day to try and manage my pain, and it's still not working. And like, with the stress this week, with, you know, 3 weeks ago with Sammy, and still getting on top of it, and then I had an interview for a new role at work, and Yeah, I've relapsed a bit this week, and that's why I think I'm having the stomach problems, and that's why I'm having a lot of pain problems in my arms. I keep losing feeling in my foot, which is quite funny actually. It's like having somebody else's foot. But yeah, you just get on with it.
Yeah, but then this is what I love about you. Just reeled off loads of things that some people might sit here going, "Oh my God, you poor girl." And you're like, "Yeah, just get on with it. It's quite funny. Funny, I can't feel my foot."
But
That's what's good. And you've got that, and like you said, your anxiety, but you still go out and give it 100%. And you went out and won championships. It's like very good.
thank you,
No,
thank you.
I think it's inspirational. It's a bit like what Evie Toombs always says. Don't find an excuse, find a way. And
Yeah,
people do. And with the horses and that, we all know that they give us a really good buzz. It is something really good to look forward to, and it just makes you feel happy. I mean, I'm quite gutted. I've not seen my horse since the beginning of October, just because of the tears and the lockdown and all the rest of it. He's in good hands. He's with a very good friend of mine who's a member. So yeah, he's fine, but he's getting more out of his horsey life than I am. But
right.
well, we'll see what Mr. Johnson says tomorrow. Maybe I'll be allowed out to play, which would be
Yeah,
great.
fingers crossed.
Yeah, well, yes, everything crossed. So, what's your future goal then?
Generally keep Sammy up and running. That is my future goal, to get to the Force Equine Games when we can hold them again, and give her a good showing, because like I say, she's 18. I don't know how much longer she's going to last, so I want to, these last few years that I know I'm going to have with her, just make so much fun. We aren't going to, we're not stupid. We're not wanting to go around 150 classes. I'm realistic about what we can do, and just to have fun, because that's what we do it for, isn't it? We don't do it coming on with a rosette's great because we can thing it, but we look back on the memories. Like, I look back on like the videos I've got of her, and I go, oh, that was such a fun weekend, or that was such a great day out. I don't just go, oh, I cleared that jump from 1 to 10, or it's just you look back, and I am competitive. I'm not going to say I'm not, but that's as I've got older as well, as I'm a bit more with Kiara, it's more about just having fun and just enjoying my mare, because she is just amazing. She's brilliant.
Well, I think Kiara's more competitive than Mummy, because I've been on the sidelines with Kiara, and she's probably the loudest shouter there, going, "Go on, Mummy!"
Yeah,
So,
yeah, but not interested in horses one bit.
oh really?
Still not interested one bit.
Oh, bless her.
Kiara, do you want to ride? No. Do you want to sit on her?
That'll make her dad happy, because it won't cost him
Yeah.
twice as much money.
Well, it's good for me. In a way, it's good for me as well, because it means that I still just keep my hobby as my hobby.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true, because I have been watching other Effiers with their children. One was 6 today, Cara Venom's daughter. And I think we've got little Effiers in the running. But yeah, I suppose if you can not have to concentrate on child and just yourself. Yeah.
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 She wants to do ballet classes, so that'll be fun.
Oh, yeah. I want to see that.
Yeah, me too.
So
Me too.
tell us about something very exciting that we're going to get. All the Effiers, please, if you can all hear us and you're watching, you have to do this behind you. So you want to be the next Spillers ambassador.
Yes. So Spillers put out a while ago, I think it was just before Christmas time, ish, beginning of December, that they're looking for 10 brand ambassadors this year. Now, obviously, it's a fantastic opportunity. There's training with, top international rider. There's feed support. There's money vouchers for feed, which Sammy costs a lot to feed. She's not a good doer. Not like me. I'm a good doer. She's not. So they do all this, and they want 10 people. So I thought, you know what? I'd like to apply, because I think Spillers are such a big company that if you've got that support, then not only will I have the support, it will give me a mega confidence boost, but I think it will also help me, because I won't hide about my disability. I won't ever shy away from it, and I won't shy away from the fact that I think we need to be kinder in the horse world. And I think it will help me spread the word about hidden illnesses within the horse world, because I've collapsed at a horse show before, and people have looked at me like I am an absolute retard, and I don't, they have looked at me like I am completely and utterly stupid. And it's like, well, I can't help it. My legs didn't work. That stride, my leg didn't work. When I'm on horse, I'm fine. no issues. But
I think that's amazing because you don't drink. Normally, when you see maybe FE has collapsed at a horse show, it's normally very, very towards the end, and it's got nothing to do with the fact their legs didn't work
yeah,
in Central.
I don't drink. Yeah, I've just got a nice glass of water here. So I thought, oh, I'll enter it. See what happens. If you don't enter it, you don't know where you're going to come. You don't know if you're going to get the spot or anything. And then a few weeks ago, I got an email that said Spillers, and I didn't know it was the newsletter or what. So I opened it up, and I'm like, oh, it's not the newsletter, and it was, we've had 650 entries for the year and for this round, and it's been really difficult. So I being the optimist that I am, I'm not. I'm a pessimist. Was like, right, I haven't got through, and then I read, and we're delighted to inform you that you've reached the last 20, and I was like, oh my god. And then I read, obviously I knew what the last 20 meant. That means I had to do a 1-minute video saying more about why, which Debs, I'm not a massive person like talking. I mean,
you've
I
told
do.
me that all day on Facebook. I'm worried. Yeah. I'm worried. I'm like, you'll be fine.
I'm worried. So they've got my video. The video's come out tomorrow, and then it's the voting goes live.
So where do we find these videos, or are you going to send me them so I can tell everybody?
Yeah, so the videos are going to be on Stilla's Facebook and Instagram, and it's likes, loves, the love arts, and on obviously Instagram, and obviously comments as well. Comments are going to be quite important because they're not just going to want people who can, because I'm up against people who've got like thousands of followers. I'm never gonna win on most likes with people like that. And so I think comments are going to be quite important. Just saying like, Amy would deserve this, or just general little things like that. I'm not asking anybody to write War and Peace, although it would be really nice. Give me a little confidence boost, a little big up. Yeah. So yeah, they start tomorrow, and that will run for a week. That closes then on the 1st of March, and then sometime after that we'll be notified who's made the top 10. So yeah, to make top 10 to make top 20 has been like out of 650 people. So completely amazed by that. But to make top 10 for someone like me and Sammy would be brilliant. Then we can spread his word a bit more with the support of such a big company.
Well, I have to say, Spillers have always been a great supporter of FE. Every games we've done, bar I think the very first 2, they've always come along. They've always come along with their sponsored classes. They brought their weighing bridge thing that you pick the horse on, giving out goodie bags, and they're just massive supporters of us. So to have one of ours, going up for this to be a potential ambassador is amazing. And it's funny, I tweeted something of yours back in 2019 where you won a championships, and Andrew Spillers liked it and made a comment, because I was like, really don't know how this girl does it, like most of you with the job you do and then going out and achieving these great things. And he just went, because she's great. So let's hope that you're great to be an ambassador, because that would be an amazing achievement for you.
Let's hope they want me as an ambassador.
Well,
fingers crossed.
Yeah, 100%. And when we've got all those links, just send them over to me. That I'll put them out on all our social medias, and I'll send it out in the newsletter, and let's just get people behind you, like we did Caroline Vine, when she was trying to go to Australia rather than pay for her own flight. She always seems to get a mention on these videos.
What a prize.
I know. But we'll just see. So going along the Spillers, right, lines and sponsors and stuff, tell us who else is behind you, supports you, because you are an ambassador for a rug company, aren't you, as well?
Yeah, I am an ambassador for EA Equine Rug Wash in Yorkshire. 2 years ago I won their sponsorship, and they are, like I say, they're a rug washing company that serve all Yorkshire, pick up, drop offs, wash and reproof, and they're really good. I used them prior to being sponsored by them, but they are actually a really supportive company as well. You get messages, and everybody, if they see them at shows, they're there. They are really nice people. So they, and that was something, because I think that at that point in my life I was really struggling with me. I'd got postnatal depression. I was really struggling with my anxiety, and to win that gave me a really massive confidence boost. And they were just so nice about it, and they're like, yeah, you've done a really good job on social media, promoting us, and they've just been really, really nice. I am also supported by JK Equestrian, who is a she's a rider and trainer down in Northampton, but she is similar to me. She's quite open and honest. I'm sure she won't mind me saying, but she has medical conditions as well. So we really, create quite a nice friendship, and we understand each other. So she's there to support me, and I find that she's good to pick the brains of, like, when I'm going, oh my god, my fatigue's really bad. And I do the same with her when she's having a shitty day. I'm there and I'll say, look, here, keep going, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So she's really nice. And need to meet up with her now, which we haven't been able to do.
Well,
but yeah,
it'll happen.
I'm then supported by, like, obviously, I can't do everything with Sammy on my own, working full time. So I've got a really nice yard. If anything's ever wrong, they're like, oh, let us know what we can do. And I'm really hard to help, sort of thing. That's because I don't like people helping me, because I see it as a sign of weakness. But they're like, don't be stupid, we'll look after her. So the yard are brilliant. I've got some great friends that will come to shows and put up with my child so that I can ride.
They will come along. She's my little spider mate. She's cool.
Yeah. She's 4 now. If you want to meet her, she's 4. Good luck.
I can't wait to meet her when she's bigger.
So yeah, I've got some great, really supportive friends in that respect. That I wouldn't be able to compete and wouldn't be able to do what I do if it weren't for them. So it's really, really nice. Mick is still converting my wagon, or still repairing it after 3 years. So yeah, shout out to him. Although he could do with having a bit of a kick up the bum to get it done. Yeah.
What does Mick do for a living?
Mick's a police officer as well.
There you go. We'll let him off. He's out saving the country, or West Yorkshire.
But he started this project. No, he needs to finish it 3 years down the line.
Oh, bless him. It's his downtime. He'll do it when he's feeling a bit down. But no, going back to your power on social media and, like, being a brand ambassador, the only reason I have the rug wash people that I have, and shed loads of the Lincolnshire guys from Forces Equine, is because of your social media. And obviously I know Caroline Vine's also sponsored by them as well, but when Lisa Hinton moved up, I went, this is the rug wash lady you need. So it just shows the power on social media that you have, and just by what you do has made most of us trust, because we all basically stick with what we know, which is our members, because we all trust each other. This girl's been able to get off the ground, which I think is fantastic. And I know her dad does the runs, but he'll go anywhere in Lincolnshire, and I think he's amazing. And the job that comes back is fantastic. Yeah,
I mean, I've never been disappointed in the jobs, and obviously I know I do the Yorkshire one, but they have set up at Lincolnshire, and there's one in Darlington as well now, so they've got 3.
Well, I think they take it all back to is it Doncaster that they move out of?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it all goes back, and Kristen does a lot, and obviously Emma was the one who set it up, and Emma's really, she's not as involved anymore because she just had two little ones, so she's taken a bit of a step back. But Kristen's really great, and she's lovely.
No, they're fab, and they take the rugs and then they bring them back, and then if you don't put them in the bags correctly, Dad tells you off. So we all know how to put them in the bags. But yeah, they go off there and they'll fit. They come back like they're brand new. They're a fantastic company, absolutely fantastic company, and it's down to yourself. And I know you're not Caroline, but Caroline did the same thing. It's down to you guys doing what you did on social media and within Forces Equine for us to realise these are the guys we can trust, and they've never let us down. And we've used them now ever since you guys have become brand ambassadors. So I think you're an asset to being a brand ambassador is what I'm getting at. I think it's great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what else can I ask you before I bore you to death? Why do you think people should join Forces Equine? Don't drink alcohol.
Yeah, if you like to get drunk, Debbie's definitely the one to be. No. No, I think it's such a relaxed atmosphere, but everybody's got the same common goal, which is to have fun with your horses. And like we have obviously 4 equine games when we can hold them. Hopefully, fingers crossed, there might be something this year, and then a big one next year. Fingers crossed. Which is just basically, a weekend to go and have fun with your horses, with your ponies, with your mates, who understand that you might have seen some horrific things in the week, and you don't want to talk to them. You don't want to talk about work. You just want to have fun and enjoy yourself. Because I think that's one of the things is some people don't always realise that the stress that people from the forces actually see. Like I say, I'm not, dismissing or diminishing any other jobs, but, I was always telling someone the other day, and I was saying it quite casually, that 3 days in a row, I'm not a response anymore, but when I was a response officer, 3 days in a row I went to a dead body, and that was just my part and parcel. That was my job. I went to a dead body, checked the dead body over, and sorted it all. How many other people say that, and meet like-minded people who understand what you've done in the week. It could be really harrowing, but you just don't want to talk about it. You just want to, or if you do want to talk about it, it's a safe place to talk about it as well, which is really nice, because there are few people that understand. And I don't want to come home all the time and talk to Mick about it, because I don't want that coming into my house.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. But I know I've got, really nice supportive people in Forces Equine that I can talk to that about.
Yeah.
And there's a network all over the country. So it doesn't matter whether you're in Devon or in Scotland. There's somebody that you can ring up if you wanted to, if you needed that chat, would be there for you. And I know a lot of riding clubs have that. I'm not saying they don't, but I just feel ours is a bit different in that. I just feel ours is a bit more understanding and less about what people are achieving, as in, are you going out there and you're competing at this event or that event? Oh, look at you. It's more of, you doing all right this week?
Yeah,
How's everything going? Have you got a trip planned? And that's what's really nice about it.
To be fair, that's what I've missed last year. I've really missed seeing you lot. I've really missed being, I always say I'm chief cheerleader, because obviously I was without a horse for a couple of years. And then when I got my new horse, COVID and my back breaking and everything, it's just not gone right. So I'm not going to say what I said at the beginning of, the end of 2019. I feel next year's going to be great, because then apparently I'm the one that's cursed the country with COVID, if you talk to my actual web design team. But I'm hoping we will do so. Well, Ring UK are brilliant. We've got the 3 dates, 31st, 1st and 2nd of September booked in, that we can do something. If not, we've definitely got something booked in for May, and hopefully if everyone gets jabbed, we can all come out and play. But it's like you say, I love the fact all the show centres are letting people turn up and you've got an allocated time, but we're slightly different. It is like you just said, that point of, if you want to go and have a chat to somebody. I was talking to another member the other day that met another member who's quite a character, and I spoke to him for 5 minutes. It's like that I was your new best friend, but they felt they could open to them, and now they're really good friends. That's just how we roll. And I just think, someone said to me the other day, Forces Equine Games is great, the show jumping is a bonus.
Yeah,
Not
definitely.
too sure what they mean. We do take it seriously, but there's no element of, you must be serious.
No.
It's like you said, fun. It's got to be fun.
Yeah. That's at the first and foremost. It's like everyone, like I say, will support you whether you're doing the 70-centimetre class, whether you're doing the intro dressage, or you're doing the high jump where, I don't know what Philippa got over last year, but it was stupid height. Well, not last year, it was silly height.
Yeah, they both achieved 160, and I was just like hiding behind the thing. I was like, oh my God.
These people do courses of that. But yeah, and that's the thing. Oh, if you say, I've got nerves, no one will go, she's doing a walk and trot test, get out of here. They'll go, right then, let's see what we can do. Do you know your test? Let's get it sorted. And that's just what's different about it.
Well, I've watched people turn up and it's like, so-and-so had to go to work. So like you, let's use you as an example. Mix had to go to work, so then they were meant to have a caller. And they'll rock up and go, I haven't got a caller. And you'll just see people coming from everywhere. I'll call for you. And it's just like amazing. And then that person goes, are you sure? Yeah. And they stand there, they call, and it's like then they're best buddies. It's I don't know. It's just that it's a really good team spirit ethos. It really is.
Yeah,
Very
it
proud of
definitely
you all.
is.
Yeah, very proud of you all. So, should we ask if is there anyone got any questions? We've got lots of people that have tuned in. But if they
Yeah.
haven't, is there anything else you would like to say?
No, just thank you, really. Obviously, you're at the heart of keeping Forces Equine going, really. And so from me and from other members, I just want to say thank you for keeping it going.
Well,
And
thank you.
it's been quite hard. Like we say, we've locked down for anything, but you know, we've had regular check-ins, regular meetups, and Noah's committee have meetups and stuff, and it has been really nice in that respect. So thank you.
Thank
And
you.
David with his hat.
It's been really challenging for us this year because it's, well, even last year, it's like, what can we offer? So it's like, whatever we can offer, we will try our best to do, you know. And I just think these sort of things that we're doing now, I love. Emma J has just come up with clinking glasses, and Philippa Ratton's just said, no questions, but you're doing fab. Good luck for Spinners.
Yeah.
There you go.
Emma will probably be drinking, knowing Emma.
Not Emma Joe, sorry, Emma Smith from.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, wrong one. Sorry, Emma. But she's coming up in a couple of weeks, so is Philippa. But it's been really difficult trying to fulfil that FE promise of getting us all together and doing stuff. But I do think this getting together on Instagram is great. Because it's been weird just not seeing you all personally from my point of view, and I can't wait for us all to get together, and when we do, it's going to be mega.
I hope Boris has some good news tomorrow. I really do. I just don't understand how rugby players can play games, but you know, you can't ride your horse of your own in arena.
Well, I'm not saying nothing, but yeah, I agree with you. And
Yeah.
I do agree with you wholeheartedly. But I do think from an FE point of view, if we can get together and have a sausage roll and watch Faye North do Oops Upside Her Head, and then what you do, Wuthering Heights, you know, and just us lot just getting down and just having a laugh would be great. But until then, we'll have to do it virtually. And I think just watching you all get together and your interaction over the last year, we can do that as well. So it just shows we're unstoppable, to be fair.
Yeah. Hopefully bring on 2021.
100%, mate. But do me a favour, just tell us all of your social media channels, because I know as soon as you get those links through, you're going to put them on from Spillers. Do send them through to me tomorrow, and I'll make sure I get them out to everybody, and I'll just tell them all they must vote. And we personally wish you the best of luck with you know, with that, and that'd be grand. So just tell us your social media channels, mate.
So my social media is Instagram is AJM Show Jumping, because those were my initials, or used to be my initials, AJM. And then my Facebook page is AJ-MS, and then another hyphen, and then Ho Jumping. So it's like AJMS Show Jumping, but with the MS in hyphens, just to obviously highlight the fact with my MS. And then if anybody wants to befriend me on Facebook, I'm Amy Battle, so I don't mind. I do keep my Facebook friends private, as opposed to my Instagram, and my page is open. So yeah, you do have to get an acceptance from me on private, but the others are open.
Well, EJ has just said, so Emma Smith, get the right Emma this time. She says, make sure, can you do an Instagram post so we can all share it in our stories, please?
I will do. I'll do that tomorrow when it goes live at 9 o'clock, I think. So I'll get the. You'll probably get fed up of seeing my Instagram and Facebook posts and all that. So just going, please vote for me. Please vote.
Honestly, not at all. Like I say to all the FE members, if you've got any news, it doesn't matter whether it's this big or massive, send it to us, because we love to share it, because it's great. You know, it doesn't have to just be a Forces Equine thing. It can be your own life. Just let us know, and we will really pass it on, because it's great to hear.
Thank you.
Well, send my love to the spider catcher.
Oh, well, I think she should be going to bed now, but I can hear her just making a lot of noise, sounding like she doesn't want her hair washed.
Oh God, what is it with Sunday nights and hair washes? That's what my parents used to do to me. Hair wash.
Oh, she hates her hair being washed, so it's like you don't do it very often.
Oh no, honestly, that was me every Sunday. And normally when the Muppets was on, so Dad said hair wash time because he didn't want to watch the Muppets. I remember that very clearly. But no, you look after yourself.
Yes, thank you.
Please keep us all posted. Definitely send stuff through to me, and I'll keep everyone posted to the point they can hate me more than you. And we'll catch up soon, all right?
Yes, thank you very much.
And thank you for your time. You look after yourself.
You too, Deb. See you later.
See you soon. Bye, love. Bye, bye,
Bye.
bye, bye, bye. Bye.